Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is October 22nd, and right now we are looking at the infrared satellite imagery. You can see California, Baja here, there's Arizona, there's Tropical Storm Norma. It is weakened considerably. It's still kicking off some heavy rain, maybe some gusty winds with it, but should not have much of an impact here on much of California or Arizona as we go through the next couple of days. Should stay off to the northeast. However, we do have a system here over California. You can see some embedded cumulonimbus clouds showing up here on the infrared satellite imagery, so there's a thunderstorm threat today as well. We'll take a look at those precipitation amounts and also through the extended forecast, some interesting troughs trying to dig down the west coast here. How much of that will include California? We'll take a look at that in the weather models as we go through the video here today. Looking at the visible satellite imagery, again, you can see those embedded cumulus clouds there and thunderstorm activity, hopefully bringing some precipitation to the Bay Area and some of the coastal range today. Cross your fingers for that. You can see the marine layer bouncing around Southern California, San Diego. There are some clear skies to be had across some of the coastal areas as well. Some eddies moving off the islands offshore. Also, some interesting wave action going down. We've got some high winds coming in here, at least some wind advisory level winds, I should say, over the next day. And we'll take a look at that in the models in a moment as well. Looking at probability of thunder in the next 12 hours, kind of bullseye there near Lakeport, Marysville, Blue Canyon, including Sacramento. You can't rule out a lightning strike there for some of the Bay Area and Northern California also. Looking at total precipitation, some of the Bay Area might get a 1/10 of an inch or more here. Cross your fingers. We need the precip down there. Stockton, a few hundredths of an inch can't be ruled out. Better chances for Sacramento. And of course, Blue Canyon, Fort Bragg there, maybe over 1/4 of an inch towards a 1/2 an inch there. This is hoping for some of that precip to get down towards Big Sur, Gorda, Monterey. The coastal range needs some precipitation out there. It's been pretty dry here the last 3 months. Now, gales and steep seas Sunday through Sunday night here. You see we still got some wave action going on here, and it mentions that mariners should consider remaining in port. So if you're taking the boat out, heads up for that. This was issued yesterday evening. Now, looking at the winds, I mean, some of these wind gusts could get up over 60 miles per hour. It's going to be of the westerly variety here, so watch out if you're crossing Interstate 10, 40, 15 out there. Gusty winds, especially if you're driving a high-profile vehicle. And we've got the wind advisory out here. You can see winds 20 to 35 miles per hour, gusts 55 to 65. And you can see Riverside County Mountains, San Diego County Mountains there. And this goes through 11 a.m. Monday morning here. And this day in SoCal weather history, a weak tornado touched down near Joshua Tree. Several homes actually suffered minor damage. Look at 1987, this atmospheric river straight from Hawaii. You could smell the pineapples here into Southern California. Direct path, interesting storm, intense rain and thunderstorm activity. Big wall of water, left 200,000 people without power. So yeah, things can get crazy this time of year here across California. Active weather ahead. National Weather Service Reno talking about the potential for that troughing to drop down into some of California and the Intermountain West here. So you can kind of see things are all over the place. Not great chances right now, but look at some of these lowering snow levels here potentially as we go on into the mid portion of the week. We'll be watching that closely, and I'll show you what the weather models have to say about that here in a moment. Phoenix National Weather Service talking about the gusty winds as well. You can see Imperial County in excess of 50 miles per hour. Watch out on Interstate 8 out there, especially if you're heading off past west of Yuma there, El Centro. Gusty winds out there. Watch out, high-profile vehicle drivers. This was issued this morning by Phoenix, Arizona. Cooler fall-like weather is on the way, and we've been talking about this and promising this for the last several days now, and you can see this can be some nice, comfortable temperatures out there, but some breezy conditions also. So yeah, definitely going to be feeling that. Nice graphic here from the National Weather Service Phoenix. This wind advisory does include places, for Barstow here, 29 Palms, but you can see some gusty winds across the desert areas, even just outside of Las Vegas here as well. So heads up for that, gusting up to 45 miles per hour. Now, looking at the European, this is the system impacting California now. You can see Tropical Storm Norma here. You can see this trough carve out and intensify that gradient, bringing those big winds and cooling temperatures here across a lot of the Southwest, and then powerful troughs digging down across Pacific Northwest here. How far will these get south? It's going to be a big difference on how much we warm up versus cool down here as we go on in through this week towards the end of next week. Now let's take a look what the GFS has to say. This is hot off the presses, the 12Z run. In fact, let me update that so we have all the most recent information. You can see our first system there, high, wind advisory level winds, not high winds, but still some very strong winds out there with that system dropping down, keeping us cool. Then this trough digs down across Pacific Northwest. You can see how that moves a little bit further south there. This would have a bigger impact here on California and Nevada, and then kind of gets reinforced by another one, kind of an inside slider here, dropping all the way down across California towards the end of the month here. So that would not allow us to warm back up as much as the European would there. So some interesting weather potentially incoming. Now in the short range, I want to show you the NAM3 cam. This is hot off the press of the 12Z run. Put it into motion, and you can see as we go through this afternoon and evening, check out some of these winds really get roaring here. Westerly winds across the higher terrain, and even down some of the coastline here, these northwest winds. And we're just outside of Los Angeles, Santa Barbara County there as well. And you kind of see these strong winds continuing down the coastline as this trough digs down across the region here, bringing this cooler air, some strong northerly winds here across Nevada, bumping into the east slopes of the Sierra Nevada there as well. So yeah, fun stuff there. Now, taking a look here, this is a 2-meter temperature anomaly as of this morning, and you can see us cooling down as we go through the day today. Check it out. A lot of areas below normal here, including Northern California, Southern California, and then we kind of hang on to that as we go through Monday. Here we go on into Tuesday morning, and then watch this colder air start to arrive here as we go through about the 26th here. Look at this. The entire Southwest, according to the GFS, is going to be below average. We'll see how this turns out. We'll watch this over the next few days. We have plenty of time to look at this here, so it's still kind of a fantasy forecast, but you can see that pretty chilly air kind of hanging out here for a bit. Look at some places in Nevada and Idaho getting down 20-plus degrees below normal for this time of year. Total snow, Kuchera ratio in inches. And the Kuchera ratio takes the temperature profile in the lowest 18,000 feet of the atmosphere, I believe, and it kind of tries to estimate what kind of snow, liquid to snow ratio you would get. But anyway, I'll save that for another video for now. But anyway, you can see some snow possible with that first round across some of the Sierra Nevada here in Northern California. Better chances across the Cascades of Washington, Oregon, of course. But you can see Northern Nevada getting in the action there as well. Some of the Intermountain West, and maybe a little bit more here with that second round here as that next trough digs down across the area. But kind of fantasy right now. Just, we'll be watching it over the next few days. But anyway, yeah, the channel's doing great, guys. Keep clicking like and subscribe. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you guys are seeing, what you guys want to talk about here. And yeah, I'll be doing my normal briefing tomorrow. I work today, then I have a few days off. So if anything else comes up, we'll be sure to talk about it then. I'll probably be doing a live stream at some point here this next upcoming week as well to try to just kind of introduce myself and maybe talk to some people that are dealing with the California Weather Channel out there. So anyway, yeah, it's doing great. Lots of fun, lots of positive comments on the channel. So I will talk to you guys again tomorrow morning.